everybody. I'm here today working on my marshland journals. If you've been here for a while, you know I'm working on 3 of them. And I've been working on them for a while, and I put them on hold, and I'm back to it. And I've gotten one of them done. Like all the, oh, there it is. All the signatures and the ephemera all ready to go for this one. My problem is my spine is too thin. You know, I've completed the cover. I hardly ever do my covers first. I don't know why. I just usually kind of save that for the end. But on these, I've gotten my covers done for all 3 of them. Which has brought me to this point of, I have a huge gator mouth with this journal. And I don't like it. Some people like the gator mouth on the journals, but I don't. You really can't tell looking at it this way. But the spine is an inch thick, and the opening is 3 inches when I measure this area here. I don't like that. I just don't like it. So I'm gonna have to do something with my spine, and I hate that because I've already got it done. And I don't know the best. I really honestly don't know the best way to do this. I just really don't know how to do this. So I thought I'd come on here and do it with you guys. If I could possibly salvage, I'm pulling off the, I don't want to do that. If I could possibly salvage some of this green, that would be nice. Because I use scraps, and therefore that means I don't have any more of this green floating around. So, yeah. Let's take these out for now, just so they don't get in my way. Yeah, I'm kind of frustrated with this. Mainly because I just really don't know how to... I know how to fix it, but I don't know how to fix it, if that makes any sense. So I thought we would figure it out together. Yeah. Yeah. I'll just leave that alone for now. So I do have this. So I can work with this. I just don't know. And maybe that's the way I do it. I hate to take this apart. Although, I will say this. This little thread, this little yarn, is some yummy stuff that I got from my friend Cindy over at Studio Loop. And I actually have a whole bunch of it. So, if we have to do away with that, we can. We don't want to, but okay, this makes me feel a little better. So if I just cut this, I'm still just working with my covers. I don't this is what had me nervous, is taking this part. So I'm just going to cut us down to having 2 covers, a front and a back. And we had a 3-inch gator, so I'm not sure how. I think, obviously, I kind of feel like a 3-inch spine would be what we need to do. But I don't really want to do that. I don't want to make it, like, so big. So I've got some cardboard cardstock here. We'll just cut it down and see what we can do with it. I'm thinking if I do like 2.5, then that'll give me a little bit of 2.5 spine. That'll give me a little bit more wiggle room. And it won't be quite the 3-inch gator. You guys are probably thinking, like, what's another 1/2 inch? I just don't want a big, thick spine. And you're like, well, probably don't make your book so thick. You know. There's an argument for all of it. I am certain of it. But if we do a... What is the deal with this cardboard? Don't want to cut. It could possibly be my knife. If we do a 3-inch spine, let me see where that puts me. Oh, that makes such a thick book. But I think that's going to be our only route to go is with the 2.5-inch spine. Did I say 3-inch? I meant 2.5-inch. And I think the best route to do this is to make us a thick spine with this cardboard. And then from there, we cover it. Come on. Still didn't want to cut, but we got it. So we are going to glue us together. So we have us a 2-inch spine base, and from this, it's not really thick. Maybe I'm gonna do another layer. Maybe we'll do 3 layers to give us. I don't want to go too thick, you know, because then it'll be a pain in the rear to sew through. And I'm not getting all perfect with the glue because this will all be covered. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay. So we have a pretty thick 2.5-inch spine. We have our covers. And we're going to tape it in with, since this is being so wonky, we'll use, I use like sports tape. So it's like a fabric sports tape. I think it works pretty good. Honestly. I'm gonna go in. This will be covered with fabric as well, my inner spine. And I want a little bit of a space between you know, because I want to be able, I want it to fold open. So I don't want it right, like butted right up to the, I want it to have some flexibility. And I'm going to do this side as well, because again, we're going to cover it. Normally I do halvesies down the middle, but since I'm kind of doing a repair, I'm just going to do a little on each side. Since I've already got my red cover and my wood, I don't want to take up too much of this room. See, I've even got a pocket going on here, and the end of the pocket comes here. So I don't want the white to go too much into that. So, okay, we're good. We're nice and flexible with that sports tape. And I'll do the other side. And I'm just gonna cover up my little mishaps. And let's see here. So we want to go like this. And again, I'm not going right up to, it looks like I'm going right up to, but there's a little bit of overlap of material that I've cut off. So it's not right up to the cardboard. Now, do the back side. And this will get us back to a good sized spine. And I think this is going to be too skinny, yep, to cover that. But that's okay. Look at that grungy tape. Tempting to keep that. Tempting. I'm going to stick it up here on the side of my table. So, with that, can't use that. I'm going to need some of this. But since this is the only scrap I have of this, I'm going to go to I'm going to cover my cover first. Because I don't want to run out of this and then really not have anything to work with. I am going to, this has a hem on it, which I like the hem, but, oh, let's see here. Maybe I want the hem. Do I want the hem? Maybe I do want the hem. Maybe I do want the hem. Okay. I didn't think I wanted the hem, but I do want the hem. And oddly enough, it's the perfect size. So we're just going to cut. I just need to see how far. I want to cover my white tape. And this is going to fray, of course, because I don't have a hem. And wow, that's crooked. But that's okay. It's okay because, you know, I got a slant going on here anyways. And we are going to, I'm going to glue down this fabric. I'm going to be sure and put some glue over the white because I do want that covered. Anything else that kind of hangs off, I'm okay with. But I do know for sure I want the white tape covered. So I'm making sure to get glue on it. I'm not piling a lot of glue on this because for one, it's not going to take a lot of glue. But I don't want it to be so thick that that I struggle to sew it together. Because, you know, I got to sew my signatures through this, so. And making sure my glue is all over the white tape so it will cover it. So I will be sure that that's covered. And I'm going to go right up to it. I'm going to pat it down, but I'm going to go ahead and fold us open. because of this right here. I knew that that was going to happen. My weld bond takes a minute to dry, so this is, of course, uneven, but I'm okay with that right now, so we're just going to work with that. I mainly want it to dry right here. Everything else can shift, but I don't want this shifting. See, everything else did shift, but I don't want this to shift. I want this to be down. Everything else can shift and adjust, but I need the cover to be the cover. Now, nothing says I can't go back and add this to it, and I might. We'll just have to look at it and see. You know, I like this green because this is the green that is the outline or the background of that crane photo. It kind of bubbles up right there, but that's okay. That gives us our allowance for our spine to bend and close. Now, while I wait for this glue to dry, I'm going to tuck my signatures in and see. Yeah, that gives us a good. Yep, that gives me a good closure. I like that. I'm okay with that. For sure. Okay, this little guy, I've got to massage him a little bit more to make him stay. Let's go on the inside and see what our options are. I can do some more of this. This is such thick fabric. I feel like I need to straighten it up some. And it is, of course, going to fray fairly easily because it's a big, but that's okay. I'm okay with that being our inside as well. Let's see if I can get a straight cut. Of course, and the same thing with here, I'm wanting to make sure that my white tape is covered. By the way, you guys know I can't cut straight, so who am I fooling? But same kind of situation here. I'm going to put down glue, and I'm going to put it on all the white tape along the sides because I want to make sure that this fabric that I'm laying down covers it and lays on it. Again, not going super crazy with the glue. You know, glue adds thickness as far as what you got to sew through when it comes to these guys. But you need it to, the fabric to glue down for sure. Okay, I'm going to put, there's a bit of a hem up top. I'm going to put that up top. And I'm just going to pat this down. And same situation, it's going to want to shift. And I'm okay with it shifting. I just need it to be sure and cover the white. Now, this may be something that I have to go back through. I'll go back to when I get everything sewn in, and I'll glue this little trim down. Now I just need the majority of it to be covered for sure. Okay. We are gonna have some stragglers, that's for sure. This is such a really thick, like tweeted fabric, so it is for sure gonna fray, and I'm for sure okay with that. I just didn't want it fraying on the front, so that's why I'm okay with the seam on the front. Okay, I think that's got us where we want to have these little dudes right back where they were, and then signatures back in, and I think that will give us something to work with for sure. I'm okay with that. Now, do I want to do something else with this? I could easily glue this down. Yep, I think I will. Of course, my sewn-in signatures are going to be, I'm going to have my sewn-in stuff here. I could sew my signatures in and then put this down to cover that. But part of me likes the sewn part of the signatures, so I will not do that. I will, I'll sew, it's another layer I got to sew through. That's okay. I just really like this. That would be our spine. Yep, I think I want to do that. Okay, so we are going to glue this guy. We're going to open our glue first. He's kind of crusty from the dried glue from before. I want to get a decent layer of glue. I'm gluing fabric to fabric, which Weld Bond is good with that. And of course, it's going to be sewn, you know, the signature is going to be sewn in through this. So there is that. Yep. So that'll be our spine now. Oh, let's scoot you over just a little. Just a hair. Okay. Yep. Good, I salvaged the... Yep, that will work. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about that. Now I have this. I could easily do this just to give it a little more floof. And I think I might, just because I want to help tie in that green. And, you know, waste not, want not. Again, it's going to be sewn in as well. And for the most part, this spine, the inner spine fabric isn't seen. You see hints of it, I guess. And so that's okay. I'm okay with that. And that is going to be a thick spine to poke through. But that's okay. What are we here for, right? Nice and grungy, though, that's for sure. And then, of course, I need to come back and... oi, oi, oi. Be generous with this glue on this, because it's tweed and it kind of like, I keep saying it's tweed. I don't really know because I don't know my fabrics, but it's got a very loose Well, that one stuck down pretty good. It's got a very loose weave to it, so it feels very tweedish to me. I was thinking I would do this as my tie. But I also pulled out this green, which doesn't really match all that other green now that I look at it. So we'll put you back. And then I had this brown, which that kind of goes. It kind of gives a little bit more shine. So those are both in the contending. Let me deal with this back here. I'm gonna have to leave this out and let it lay flat and glue, because every time I bend it, it wants to pop open. And it'll do that till the glue dries. Same with this, I'm sure. So I was going to sew in the signatures with you guys, but I don't think I'll do that. I'll let this dry, and then I'll sew in the signatures and decide on a tie. And then the next time you see this one, I'll do a flip through. And with that, I will scooch on over to the other two. Like I said, I've got a total of 3 of them. Let's see if I can get to them. The other one I'm working on, again, my pages are all cut, and my covers are all done. This is a piece of metal that I've attached to. It's very heavy, but that's okay. It reminded me of that metal boat picture. So there's that one. It's got a 1-inch spine as well that hopefully I won't have to chop up. Probably so though, because I've just got a lot of ephemera for these. And then here is, this one has a pretty substantial spine. Got 2.5, 3-inch spine. And it's pretty, got a lot going on with it. And I've got my pages cut for it. I just need to work on ephemera for these other 2. And I might start with this one, because I shouldn't have to do any spine work on this. I shouldn't have to chop up my cover on this. So I might work on that one next. So who knows? But I'm on Christmas break, and that's my game plan, is to get 1, if not 2 of these done. And I'm pretty close to, I've got, my cover's done. I've got my pages cut. I've just been working on ephemera for them. So that's pretty much all I've got left of them. But, sometimes making ephemera and all that can be pretty lengthy process. So thanks for joining me as I worked on this. Like I said, the next time you see this one, I will have a flip through of it. And if I have to redo the spine of somebody else, then I'll be back and you guys can watch me tackle that. Again, I would sew in the signatures, but this little thing keeps flapping open, so I need this little tweed fabric to dry. So that's what we'll do. So anyways, I will see you guys next time. Bye for now.